Hi there YouTube, Ms. Glaive here. We're here at Stonebridge Park in the car park, and somewhere over there is the train shed. A little bit of a sunrise happening there. I've got to walk over to our train and take it on out of the sheds, bring it over to the platform, where we'll reverse the train and form the first train up to Harrow and Wealdstone, turn it around up there and pop back into Elephant, which will end this very early morning. Hi there to everyone, hope you're all well. I've just done my first work at home night shift for quite a few weeks actually. I think the last time I did one was over a month ago. I've been enjoying some day shifts in the office, like, you know, civilized normal people before the pandemic started and that kind of thing. Anyway, here's our train, just going to double check that. Yep, 3537. Distant sounds of aircraft flying overhead.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the door.
Just carrying my torch around. Still nice and early in the morning, before 5 AM. Key is ready. And the lights are on, which means I can turn my torch off. Down here we want to turn on the gauge lights, turn on the main lights in the back there. There we go. Run the tests. Okay, off and release. Gonna set that to enter. Test goes on. We've got yellow lights. Drop it down to the emergency brake there. That should give us a red light. And back up to release. That should give us a green light once it pressurizes. And there we are. Complete. Brake tests are done. And I'm on minimum application. Got about 5 minutes to wait. Run rate 2. No de-icing fluid required. Brushes are up. Aeroload relay is off. Some of these things work. The control governor, that's cut in. And yes, you can turn these things off and on as you wish. Now once we get up there, we're going to be turning into the Harrow and Wealdstone train, so I'll set that up now. Hope everyone's happy and fine, doing well. Not sure if Australians will be awake because it's like 11 at night. But it's a holiday, I think. School holidays, right? We're between two public holidays here in Australia. We've just finished Easter and we've got Anzac Day coming up next Monday, which is a Australia-New Zealand thing to do with World War One. Okay, I've got about 3 minutes to go. Maybe 2. Yep, the back looks okay. Locked in. Guess we just sit here waiting for the go. Might turn that up a bit. Rather cool night here in Australia, and I'm sure it's pretty cool here in 5 AM London as well. We won't quite be the very first train of the day to leave, but from this particular base we are. I think the train out of Elephant Castle inside the tunnel that stays there overnight would have left maybe 5 minutes ago. And I do believe there's one coming in from Queen's Park. But I think we are number 3 out. Unless there's one in Harrow and Wealdstone, I'm not sure. If there is one from Harrow and Wealdstone, we'll see it as it comes past. But they can only fit one train at Harrow. This is like the most northerly, well, the most closest to Harrow and Wealdstone that we can base trains on this line. There's one siding up at Harrow, which we will use to turn around, of course. So yeah, that's the flight plan, or the travel plan. Oh, we can move now. Let's do it. Yeah, Crossrail. That will be interesting. And hello Owen, hope you're well. How's New Zealand over there? It must be like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're in a 10 zone, we're doing about 9. Got to be careful with the signals up here, but I do see 2 whites, so we are clear to proceed. Proceed as signals indicate. Is that a train wash? It'd be lovely to go through that. No such luck. Proceed at restricted speed. So even though that's a red signal, actually no, it's double white. It's just red if you're going straight. We're actually turning. Lots of wheel flange noise as we come over the points and the turns. We see a double red. Can't cross it. Okay, come to a stop. We have to shut down the train. Going to go ahead and open the door there. Take the key with us. Tail lights are in. Cool. And don't need the cab light on anymore. We're heading up to the other end of the train. Got about 3.5 minutes to do this. Tuck ahead through. Good. Put the key in there. Stabling tail light is off. Hello David, not doing too bad. Reset valve completed. And that's good to drive in this direction. Run back test is complete. Let's set up our announcements.
This is Stonebridge Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
That's working well. Okay, 2 minutes and we should be moving. We'll obviously need to have that sorted. Harrow and Wealdstone. I got a few expansions of Train Sim World. There's more than one. But yeah, I got one or two of them. And I got the one for this as well. Yeah. There's a, what do I call it? The silver livery, unpainted, bare metal version of those, which I think were from the 80s and 90s. Either Nick Steves. Another Stevens. What do you have from Nick? Most of the people in chat at the moment, we've got a New Zealander, we've got someone from, I think you're in Adelaide, are you, David? Or Sydney, can't remember. One of those. Actually, a Parramatta, was it Parramatta or was it Penrith? Panthers fan. Which puts you in Sydney, but I'm not sure. Ah, of course, I'm from Melbourne. Sometimes the scenario doesn't do correctly until you lock and unlock the door a couple of times. Just got that sorted.
Please stand clear of the door.
Doors are closed. We have a green light. Let's go. David from Adelaide. I thought you were from Adelaide. IDF Vet. Hello. Nick from Melbourne. Point out of a mile, there's a 40 zone. Currently creeping up towards 35. There's 40. That's a yellow. Most of these signals default to red, so it stops you at the station, and then a clear one once you're actually clear to move on. So it's like timetable.
The next station is Wembley Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Exit here for Wembley Stadium.
Yes, I've seen a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim PMDG stuff in the last day or so. Lots of streams going out. Must be really, really close. I wouldn't be surprised if we have it in the next couple of weeks.
This is Wembley Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Exit here for Wembley Stadium. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone. Please stand clear of the door.
And we can go. Hello David, I've got some links in the description below. It's quite extensive, it's like a 5-step process to get them in there. They're very nice, aren't they? I wish they included it into an add-on in the simulator. That'd be great. You could use this thing to set them up. But they haven't gone that far. So it's just audio files, essentially, in a player. Hello Owen. Up in North Wembley. There are 45s there at the moment. But we also need to actually slow down to take this stop.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is the Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Cool. I got mine off Epic Games. Same as him.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And off we go. South Kenton. I like South Kenton. Never been there in my life, but it reminds me of Jakarta, which is my closest stop.
The next station is South Kenton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Windows 11. What will break this time?
This is South Kenton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone. Please stand clear of the doors.
NVMe problem. Don't know what that is, but good for you. So a bunch of people walking onto the platform at South Kenton. I'm guessing they're catching the train the other direction. That's alright, in a little while we'll be a train in the other direction. nicely
Mind
parked.
the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
A little late there.
Please stand clear of the door.
Other 907, checking my keys, checking masks as well. They do that these days, more than the Mikeys. The first day I went to the office, they were handing out free masks to people who didn't have them on. So please put your mask on. If you've got one, there's one. There's the 30 zone. And a light that will never ever be green. Coming up to the end of the line.
The next station is Harrow and Wealdstone, where this train terminates. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the London Overground and National Rail services. All change, please.
Nice platform, this one. Nice and wide.
This is Harrow and Wealdstone, where this train terminates. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the London Overground and National Rail services. All change, please. Please stand clear of the door.
Yep. Cool, we can proceed. Straight up into the siding, and we turn around and come back the way we came. Take the keys, because we'll need them. Turn that off. Red lights. Gauge lights off. This needs to become a elephant castle train. And now we walk through. Well, this lot should have gotten out the last stop. You guys decided to come here on the train to catch the train to itself. Okay. That's a bit freaky. Did you not hear the announcement? It said to get out. We can't leave the power on because we need the keys up the front. And when you take the keys out, the power goes off. I've only got one set of keys for this train. Brake test again. Test complete. Elven Castle, and we've got literally 1 minute to go. Second set of keys cut. Grand. Cool. We're ready to move, and we are just waiting for that white light. I'm creeping forward, so let's avoid that. Still on double reds. Ah, I've still got like 10 minutes to go. Wow. I thought it was 29. No, it's 39. So, anyone want a cup of tea? Got enough time for it. So there's a modification where you can open the front door of these trains and jump out there. Seems pretty funny. You can even drive around with it open like that. Makes it noisy. Mikey is the Australian ticket system. Well, it's not even Australian, it's just Melbourne. Melbourne trains. Very true, Nick. Steve's timing out of the mic here for 2 hours. Worse is when you're on a train that takes 1 hour, but then it ends up, you know, getting stuck somewhere because of a train accident. And then you've expired because you've had to sit in a train for 2 hours going nowhere. Been there, done that. It's like, why am I paying more so that you can take this train slower? It's not my fault that your train broke down. Still 9 minutes to go, so it's quite a leisurely timetable, this one. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, you know, close. Yeah, pretty much any train I take. Timetable 47 minutes. Actual 2 hours. I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday last week, both of them ended up having major issues on the train. At the same crossing, at Coolaroo. It's like the first day. Oh, due to a trespasser on the tracks at Coolaroo, we're going to have to stop the train for like 20 minutes. And then the very next day, due to a train crashing into a car at Coolaroo, we're going to have to stop the train for 20 minutes. Of course, we'll just be flying CTAFs, so it's not like ATC will care. Flights out of Dubai. Back in the good old days, I used to fly between Dubai and Qatar. Was that Doha? Dubai to Doha. In all manner of aircraft, from A380s to 777s to 787s. It's like a 48-minute flight. So yeah, that's my suggestion. And then of course they had some issues with Qatar. It got cut out of the rest of the region for a while. But I think they're back now. Addis Ababa. That's not a bad one either. In fact, out of Dubai, you can fly anywhere. India, be it Mumbai or New Delhi, or Hyderabad. Once upon a time, Ukraine International used to fly to Kiev from there, but obviously not at the moment. Bye-bye monetization. It was nice knowing you. Toronto from Dubai. Yeah, that'd take a good, what, 12 hours? Something like that. Maybe 13. Planes go fast, but the world is big. I'm not sure if they still fly their A380s. They haven't retired them yet, so I guess they're intending to at some point. Okay, this run, the briefing from Harrow Wealdstone to Elephant Castle. I usually find that I fall behind the timetable up to Queen's Park, and then once we're inside the tunnel we can catch up again. So that's just a thing that happens on this timetable for some reason. I think it overestimates how fast the train can go above the ground and underestimates how fast it can go under the ground. I know the limits are like 45 and the train struggles to get past 40. So I'm guessing that difference is a problem. But in the tunnels, the limit's usually about 35, so we can make that quite easy. Yeah, 15 hours flying a plane would be too much. Too much. The most I've done is obviously the Cross the Ponds when I did almost 12 in that Across the Pacific one where we did pretty much exactly 12 hours. That's also far too long, and let's be honest, I went to bed and slept between the position reports sometimes. So I got like 30-minute naps here and there. Across the Atlantic, you can sleep between each of the position reports, which is like every 10 degrees of latitude. It takes about 30-35 minutes. So you get 30-minute naps, wake up, do a position report, and head back to bed. That's the way I do it. Two minutes left. London to Darwin. Well, I'd do it, but I wouldn't be in front of a screen for all of it, would I? Coffee, yeah, but literally going to bed for an hour here and there. That's how I do it. But you'll never get ATC for the entire distance on that sim, so there's no point doing that. I would say world flight style, but you know, world flight is its own thing. We stop every 1 to 6 hours. Okay, we're about a minute out from our timetabled release. Yeah, let's do the long hauls too, offline, not on YouTube, but you know, these days I like to actually broadcast all my flights, so now I enjoy the shorter ones. And the odd, you know, cross the pond here and there. But if ATC's there, great. And if ATC's not there, then what's the point? Really. That's my my feeling of the situation. I don't want to fly the aircraft outside, well, unless I'm literally outside controlled airspace deliberately, like flying a Cessna at 3,000 feet or whatever. Alright, we can go. $15 for the corners.
This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. This train is ready to leave. Please mind the doors.
Ah, it actually wants us to wait for 10 seconds. Still got a red light. There's the green. Off we go. Onto the train to Elephant and Castle. It's about a 40-minute journey, so we should get there a little bit after 6 AM. So yeah, it'd be a nice train to catch if you're starting your, I don't know, 7 o'clock shift. Get in time for some breakfast at Macca's or whatever. That's what I do. Or a Subway. I've also got a supermarket just outside of Elizabeth Street. So run past Coles, pick up some fresh fruit. Yeah. The commuting lifestyle. It's kind of good to be back. I mean, working from home for 2 years was interesting enough. Lots of spare time. Interacting with other live humans. Different experience. My favourite Subway sandwich has to be
between the train and the platform. This is the Bakerloo
Eat
line
neat.
train to Elephant and Castle.
Sandwich at Subway. Just a sec.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Yeah. Had a door issue there. That's cleared. Lost a few seconds in that. Anyway, yeah. Favourite sandwich at Subway, I normally get a Italian herbs and cheese with probably steak and cheese. Well, some of those nice ranch chickeny things are pretty interesting too. My favourite thing at Coles at the moment is either their pre-cut celery and carrot, or cucumber and carrot in their little box. Basically, that's snack time for me the entire day. And they do hard-boiled eggs that have been de-shelled and stuck into a bed of spinach, which is actually pretty awesome. Hey, there's one of those other funny trains with paint missing.
Between the train and the platform. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Lots of controls going into those stops. Stops are the hardest part. That's where we're losing all of our time as well. We got the first station on time, but then we lost the doors. run that one. Do it anyway.
This is North Wembley. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Only 20 seconds late at the moment. Given the way this game is set up, we won't be able to catch that up until we get in the tunnels. So perhaps we should stop trying. Let's concentrate on smoother stops. Wants us in over half a mile in 60 seconds. Not going to happen.
The next station is Wembley Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Exit here for Wembley Stadium. This is Wembley Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Exit here for Wembley Stadium. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
All I can say is I don't think we lost any time there. We didn't gain anything, but we didn't lose much. Still sitting about 20 seconds behind. .40 zone for the turn. .45, and we go up the hill. Maximum power all the way up. Kind of back where we started. There's those yards at Stonebridge Park.
The next station is Stonebridge Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is Stonebridge Park. Please mind the gap
Positioning
between
is
the
good.
train and the platform. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
I reckon we gained 5 seconds there. Then we got closer by 5 seconds. 15 seconds behind. There's a walkway crossing up ahead. There it is. Got ourselves a yellow.
The next station is Wealdstone. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is Wealdstone. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Bit of a shake there as the back of the train compressed into the front of the train. Another yellow. We're coming up towards Queen's Park, and at Queen's Park there's a couple of trains that come in front of us, so that's a thing to be aware of.
The next station is Wealdstone Junction. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is Wealdstone Junction. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Green. Off we go. Cool. I'll read that when I have time, which will be after this. As in after we get to our final destination here at Elephant Castle. Got the 30 zone. Coming up on a 45 in a second. There it is. And the next station's at the end of this tunnel.
Castle Green. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Cool. Getting there. Queen's Park is next, and then we're underground. Okay, time to slow down. We've got a 15 zone coming up ahead.
The next station is Queen Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is Queen Park.
Nice little bit of the sunlit sky up ahead. 6 AM, sunrise.
Here for London Overground.
Take a good look at it because it's the last time you'll get to see the sun.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Because now we go under the ground. Here we go. .35 zone, off we go. Bye bye sky, we won't see you again. Just on this trip.
The next station is Hilton Park.
Nothing here except tunnels.
This is Hilton Park. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Okay, just had a couple of tight turnarounds like that one, and we'll be back on time. I'm sure there is, or was. Might not be right now, but might be again soon. To discover the answer to this question, you just need to look up FlightAware. Brussels is essentially the capital of the European Union.
The next station is Maida Vale. This is Maida Vale. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Well, it's gotta love hearing yourself on the stream. It's always fun. The other good thing is hearing yourself on a live ATC. A real world one. That's always a bit different.
The next station is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice. This is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice. This is a Bakerloo line train.
I think we're
to
back on
Elephant
time.
and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
.35 for now. Coming up on the 25 zone. We go through some bends, so we need to slow down for those. Spy Crunch, hello.
The next station is Harrington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Hammersmith City lines and National Rail services.
So that first switcher of the day, I do realise now that I haven't changed my Twitch to say that we're on the train sim instead of the flight sim. Funny.
This is Paddington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Hammersmith and City lines and National Rail services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
25 zone just to get the train out of that curve. And we're at 35.
This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Nice.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And a 25 zone. See the other end of the tunnel already? Marylebone. Funny name. The stations under the ground are very close together. Just got to give them that. Don't really have much of a chance to get up to speed.
Change here for National Rail Services. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Feel free to jerk away. As long as it's a joke and not a jerk. Being a jerk is not fun. But joke, sure.
The next station is Baker Street. Change here for the Circle, Hammersmith City, Jubilee and Metropolitan Line. Exit here for Madden to School. This is Baker Street. Change here for the Circle, Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines. Exit here for Madam Tussauds. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
I've just been joined by another line. Funny. Oman, Yemen. Yeah, very dad joke. Excessively dad joke. the zoo. This doesn't have any of the screens there. Just a mirror. This is like MD80 station. Good old Neighbours. I'm glad it's ending. No more Neighbours. Haha. Yeah, in the real world, the screens, of course, are closed-circuit TV of the platforms. On this sim, unfortunately, they're closed-circuit TV of a still image of platforms, and it isn't dynamic at all. I mean, it saves frame rates, but whatever. Zone. Noisy part of the track, that. Lots and lots of turn. The best star is the dog. There's our screens.
The Central and Victoria line. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Screens a little bit more aerosoft than they are PMDG. Good old 7-4. Good-o.
This is Piccadilly Circus. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here to the Piccadilly line. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
So you can tell that our train isn't there. You can see the tracks. We have an invisible train.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Indeed. So I was thinking about, well, next Milk Run Monday is Anzac Day, so we're doing the Sydney to Auckland A330. The one after that, I was considering using Avalon. I realised a couple of weeks ago the Formula One Grand Prix race, a lot of the teams are using 747s out of Avalon, so I might do Avalon to Melbourne, tiny flight in a 74, and then on to Sydney from there. Overran that too much. Thinking about Avalon, we'll have to reverse. Thought I unlocked it. Oh, I did. There we go.
Exit here for Trafalgar Square, National Gallery and National Portrait Gallery. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Good old invisible trains. Yes. We get a few of those in Melbourne.
The next station is Enhancement. Change here for the Circle, District and Northern Line.
Punching through these again.
This is Enhancement. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Northern Line. This is the Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Waterloo. And if you're terminating the train up in the London Road, that'll be our last stop. As it happens, it'll be our third last stop. Good day.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Jubilee, Northern and Waterloo and City lines and National Rail services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Yes, the good old French don't like Waterloo. Well, maybe they do if they didn't like Napoleon.
The next station is Lambeth North. Exit here for the Imperial War Museum. This is Lambeth North.
Couple of broken screens on that one.
Imperial War Museum. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Bedetney 93. You reckon that there's a bit of a power difference? It could be. I know the original, this one, is quite underpowered. It doesn't make it to 45 at all. It's like, we're in a 45 zone. Boom. And why are we going to be late? Because we can't do 45. So I haven't actually driven the other one, the TS. I'll have to give it a go one day. I just don't like the colour of the thing. That bare metal finish. Looks okay on an MD-80, but not so much on one of these.
The next station is Elephant and Castle, where this train terminates. Change here for the Northern Line and National Rail services. All change, please. This is Elephant and Castle, where this train terminates. Change here for the Northern Line and National Rail services. All change, please. Please stand clear of the doors.
Cool. So we won't be going back, but we'll set up everything ready to go back. I think it's Harrow Wealdstone. Grab one of those things. Grab the key. Set the lights up correctly. Open the doors, because apparently the people don't know how to get out of this train properly. You know, this is the end of line, yeah? So the next station is the one that we were just at last. Yeah, whatever. You two twins. That's cool. Good old overcast. Will make things interesting. Anyhow, we're not going back to Queen's Park. We're just terminating here for the day. Hope you enjoyed the train rides on Train Sim World 2. Bakerloo line. You can see the add-ons below. Most of them are free. In particular, the announcements are free. And the sounds in general are free. Anyhow, while these people sit around waiting for that train to leave, we all head up in the general direction of up there. Yo. And until I guess tomorrow, when we're doing the Around Australia, popping out of Cuba Pedy in a Cirrus, I'll bid you adieu. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Please do not leave your personal belongings unattended on the station.